Hello, it's Uncle Jim, and this is part one of My Son Does It Again. And he brought home some guns last night and totally surprised me. They're his, not mine, but anyway, this is part one. There's going to be part three, and they're all brothers from another color. So, it's kind of funny because in the last two videos with Mr. Snubs, I was talking about Ron, a friend of mine who passed away, World War II vet, Marine. And one time I told him, if you keep an eye out for one of these, if you ever see one, and he told me his son had one. He bought it brand new and only shot a few mags through it and didn't like it. He thought it was too small, and I'll see if he wants to sell it. And he did, and he sold it to me. And it came with the pouch and the box and everything. So this is the 1322 Smith & Wesson aluminum frame, and this one is made in Massachusetts, and I love this little gun. Now they're hard to find because everyone knows you can put a bushing on here. Just swap the bushing and you don't need to thread the barrel for a can, and they work awesome. And I really like the tiny ones. This is a small one. So you can see how small it is. And they hold 8+1, but you can also use the Smith & Wesson 41 mags. So you can use 10 rounders, 12 rounders. And they're just neat little guns. And they have a low bore axis because the bore's down here. And they're super reliable. And they're nice to shoot. So, I've always looked for a blue one. And that would be the 2214. And could never find one at a good price. And I looked and looked and looked as far as locally. I'm not going to go online or anything. And the prices are gone up because everyone knows you can put a bushing on here for suppressed. And they're very quiet also. So I did find a 4-inch 422. And that's more like a full size. But could never find the cousin to this one. Alright. Until last night. So my son's at the ATV shop, which has a gun shop in the back. You'd never know it's a gun shop. And they have everything, primers, all that stuff. And they would have these weird guns all the time. And so he stopped by there because he was in that area. And he told me way down at the bottom in the pistol case, way back behind a cheap piece of crap Derringer, was this. And so now we have the brother from the other color. So what's weird is, and I don't, these were made in the 90s, like 89 to 99, something like that. And I don't know the deal on here, but this one is made in Maine. And this one has a TV serial number, which is cool as hell. Always like that. And this one has a UAN serial number. And it's got scratches and wear marks right here. And he scored. And it was exactly what I was looking for. One of these at a good price. And boy, did he score. It came with one magazine, no box. And they're identical, except for where they were made. So, the thing on these is you got to worry about dry firing. You can break the firing pin. And you can buy an aftermarket firing pin that's harder. But we never broke any of mine. And the company, as a matter of fact, I have a full parts kit for it. Okay, I acquired this, I think, from a gunsmith friend. So I have the firing pin and all the upper parts. And here's the bushing, okay, that I took off of this one. And it's just a bushing. You take this off, you got to be a little careful, and put this on. And the company, EWK, makes different things for them, the firing pin and the threaded bushings. And they're concentric and they work. I put one on here. And they're inexpensive and it's much cheaper than threading your barrel. And everyone knows that, and that's why it's hard to find these little guys, because they're the little hitman guns. So I am really stoked about this. And so we did some garage door pops, and it works. Firing pin works. Everything works. So that's great. That was with bulk ammo. So let me tell you about this company. Back when I got my first bushing, he didn't have a credit card or whatever, PayPal or whatever, so you send him a check. I'm sure it's changed now. But at the time, you send him a check, and I said, oh, man, okay, I'll send you a check. And he goes, I tell you what, I'll send it out to you and just trust you that you're going to send me a check. And that's what he did. So I love this guy. So he makes different things also, but there's the story on that. So we'll get another bushing for that, and we'll have two cousins here, and I'll have to find out. Maybe you guys know the difference between made in Maine and made in Mass. Other than that, they're the same. Everything's the same. And just the top end moves. The barrel stays put. So they're nice little shooters. And he scored. It's awesome. The mag release. The mag release is up front here. Okay. And these don't accidentally release the mag. The way that this one is, it doesn't accidentally release the mag. You got to press on it. And I like it. It's just very comfortable. Everything's pretty much, you're cocked and locked. They're just neat little guns. This one's dirty, of course, because we shoot it a lot suppressed. And this has always been one of my favorite. And I searched and searched. I found a few, but they were way overpriced. And he got a super good deal on this, so that's awesome. I noticed right here, this screw is backed out. This is exactly how we got it. I'll have to go through it. Yeah, that screw looks a little backed out compared to this. So anyway, there's part one. And super pumped. Now, he comes back and he goes, there was one thing I should have bought while I was there. And he told me what it was. And I said, yeah, you should have got that. And he went and got that. He went back and brought it home this morning before it got sold. So that's part one. And we'll do part 2 and 3 and get her done. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time.